Avast! This is Bova the Fell-Handed here, bringing you something different. Tog Sea Standard Battle in the HMS Togtanic. This thing is probably a precursor to World of Warships. Wargaming is probably just testing the waters to see how it works, how people like it, so they can port World of Warships over. Either way, it's fun. It's like the Lunar and the Spectre tanks and the toy tanks, and it's something fun Wargaming has done for us out of the kindness of their heart. Came out April 1st, and it's a fun game. Now, or fun game mode, excuse me. You know, you can't really pop out around a corner and spray and back in, and the physics of this entire match are totally different from any other tank you have driven thus far. It's just night and fucking day. It handles literally like a boat. You could drive a Tog on land and it would handle immensely better than this right here. So, we're going in, and you know, these things can also be used as artillery. I'm sure that the square artillery symbol might have given that away in some point. Nevertheless, if you shoot high X out of this gun, for some reason, it arcs up higher than it normally would. This tank is just all about dumping. As soon as you get that thing loaded, you just want to send those couple of slugs out. And, you know, it's like every other mode in World of Tanks. It's rounds on target. You may even mess around and bounce around in this thing. This video was taken right when it came out. For some reason, I just happened to be on as soon as it came through, and I said, huh, not normally like a massive fan of these games. I know some people, you know, whenever Wargaming comes out with a new game mode, they play it like constantly until they remove it. Never been one of those guys. I play it a couple of times, I'm like, that was fun. Let's get back to kicking in dicks. And so, I think I played this 2 or 3 times tops. At any rate, this is the first go of this particular game mode. The tank, the boat, you cannot turn this thing if you are not physically moving. You can't just rotate on the spot as you can a tank. I think they took quite a few lessons from World of Warships. Right now, I'm doing your traditional peek-a-boom, auto-lock right over the shoulder there, commander's hatch, busting rounds. Go ahead and finish that guy off. We're going to move up and try to put some rounds on the other guy back here. And you know, the thing that I'm doing here is exactly what I preach in all my videos. You want to minimize how many shots that you are going to be taking. And right now I'm using the greens, who ideally he would shoot at first, since they are closer to him than me, and I'm nowhere near death. So, use your allies to your advantage, even in the Tog Sea. So, you got a guy over here, and, you know, we're just kind of spraying him up on the way to get the other guys. He's in trouble. He's surrounded by Togtanics, and, you know, I was going for the ram kill there if I didn't finish him, but we finished him, and we kind of just skated along the side there. Right now, we've got him outnumbered 2-1. I'm just going in hard, going in full throttle, spraying nut with the little tiny, what is that, 3 or 4 clip gun. You know, I've got a healthy reserve of health, so I'm nowhere near death. And, you know, he has multiple targets shooting at him. So, at this point, I don't really think I have to worry about it. Somehow, somebody got behind us. Not really sure what happened there. Maybe nobody spotted him. Maybe I didn't pay attention to my tactical map. Nevertheless, angling up here, even though you're not really going to bounce a lot of rounds in this game mode. Spraying him up, putting some rounds on him, and you know, we're doing kind of well. We are being successful. Now it's all about the hunt to find the last guy who is left alive, as usual. And, you know, if you're that last guy, you never want to give up. You never want to drive in a lake. You never want to do any dumb shit. Go out fighting. Go out with a full motherfucking clip, emptying it into the Reds' faces as they approach. No freebies. Go out like a motherfucking G. That is what you should do at all times. I'm backing off. I'm even debating on using my artillery mode, which I am piss poor at, just like real artillery. Right now, I'm starting to lose a little bit of health. I've got an injured crew member, but you know what? It's the end game. Who gives a shit? I'm going in blasting. And it ends up coming out in our favor. Big fucking surprise. You know, there were 5 Togs versus 1. You don't have to be a scientist to figure out exactly who's going to win in that engagement. Spraying him up, farming some damage off of him. Doing rather well in this game. I think it's kind of funny that the other Togtanics don't actually sink. They just kind of die and sit there. But, you know, what are you going to do? I foresee them pulling this game mode out at some point in the future. Just like they'll pull out the toy tank and the Spectre tank and the M24 Lunar and what have you. It's a fun mode for sure. You can really get some damage in, and you know, it's boats. It's World of Warships. That's exactly what it is, except with tanks. Guys, that's all I have for you today. Please like and subscribe this video. Any requests, send them my way. 6,099 damage. Deuces.